So we're cranking on this thing a little bit more than we normally have to. We don't, right now we're kind of, it's definitely been, this windshield frame's been replaced, which is likely caused by somebody. It's hard to say, but it's possible that this thing had been tipped on its side at one time, or hit somewhere. Maybe a tree came down on it. It's really hard to say, but this is clearly not the same paint. That's not a worry. Where our issue is that this hole and the factory hole here is needing to go, the top is needing to go up about half inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. That side we can get to line. This side's not at all. So what we're gonna do here, and this is part of the reason I'm doing this video, because we're just covering our bases. One, to show you and hopefully show you, and hey, we got it done, no big deal. Two, if it does take a little bit longer, I at least can show you that, you know, we're not dicking around. So, but what we're gonna do here, there's an adjustment bolt here, which unfortunately got to take the top. So it's gonna be hard to kind of mess with this. We'll have to set the top on, see if it works, pull it off, and kind of do it back and forth, because you can't get a wrench up in here, Torx, because they're too long here. Okay, but we're gonna loosen this on both sides. Now, if you look at this side, there's, you know, barely a little bit, maybe 2 fingers. So you're at maybe ½ inch. It's got these have got kind of a weird shape to them. So the narrowest spot is probably maybe a little bit more, 3/8 of an inch, and then ½ inch in this area here. But, and this is definitely where we're seeing the issue. If you go on over this side, you can see they've already adjusted this, and there's about an inch. Let's see if we can get that to focus there. So from here to here, that's about an inch in the widest spot and 3/4 of an inch in the narrow. And you can see where the old wear marks was. So my guess is that somebody, for whatever reason, it's hard to say why, they adjusted this here. Now, sometimes they'll adjust them, and that's what made me think somehow it had been bent at some time. I don't see any indication it was rolled, because normally you can see some binding. They'll kind of crinkle in parts of this, and it's possible they fixed it and just couldn't get it there. But it's still really hard to when these bow out here in these corners. That's usually what happens with them. It's hard to say that's, so I don't think that's what happened. My guess is something fell on it, like a tree. Now, if you look, this is another little gap. You can tell that things aren't lining up here. And again, we don't really care about any of this. You're not gonna be able to see much of this unless you really look close. And you see that gap there, and then you go over to this side, and it's got the gap, but not nearly as much. It's a little bit more unified, just, you know, whatnot. So there's some measure. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start there, and hopefully that fixes the issue we're having. If it doesn't fix the issue, then we're gonna have to go to the next step, which is where the pain in the ass. But I'll call you before this happens. I'll send you this video just so you can see. Anybody else out there looking, these bolts, and same with the doors, is actually how you adjust doors. But there is a level of adjustment in pretty much anything when it comes to these torque bolts. So the head bolt, which is going into the actual windshield frame hinge, doesn't have any movement, but what it goes into is a little bit bigger of a hole and a plate that can be adjusted. So that's going to take some finesse and some time to do. And furthermore, I don't think these are going to come out easy, which they usually don't. These ones look a little bit beat up. So I'll call you and make sure that it's something you want us to mess with. It is something you can do. It may be just as much of a pain in the ass or more, because we use a tool to break these loose usually. And again, I'm hoping not to get into this, because these can be, especially this one being, you can kind of see it's had some rust in it. Somebody cleaned up at one time, which I'm not sure why, because I looked over this Jeep, and this Jeep is actually really clean otherwise. I don't see any frame rust or anything, which would indicate. So maybe my guess is that this somehow got damaged. This probably got damaged, and they found these at a yard, because you can't buy these new. You can buy this as a repop, and it's part of the reason it's just got that slightly different color. So I'm not gonna waste more time. These guys are ready to get rolling on it, so we can get it fixed and finished. But I will call you and let you know if it doesn't. If we get to this point, we can't adjust these any further, okay? And we can't get that extra little ½ inch that we're missing up here, then I'll call you. And first, we won't be done with it today, and second, we'll figure out what time, probably a couple hours to mess with that. So hopefully we don't get there and you don't even have to watch this thing. So, okay. Anyway, this is Jeremy, Jeeps Unlimited Parts Breakers, 303-666-9020. If you guys, anybody else out there, you guys are good to go. Kevin, I'll finish the video because I always like to put a little spiel. Anyway, we're 7 Acre Junkyard, Jeep Junkyard in Grand Junction, Colorado. We're pretty much anything you can think of Jeep wise from 72, and we do earlier stuff too, but really our bread and butter is 72 all the way up to 06. And again, we do later stuff as well, but again, it's not our bread and butter. So but for those of you that might be working on a similar problem, trying to get a hard top to fit, that's a factory top. Sometimes people will call and have issues with aftermarket tops not fitting, and that a lot of times is just because there's just not a lot of quality control on aftermarket tops. So I can't usually help on those matters. But on a factory top with a factory Jeep of the same era and the same, belt rails, nobody's been, when you start having issues like that, and then you see, like I said, you can look for tall tale signs. And if they painted it, you're not gonna be able to see those as easily. But this one in particular has a windshield frame that's slightly a different black, kind of a faded, which looks like to me it's just never been painted because that's the repop color. And then the windshield frames really don't match the rest of the Jeep for being rust free. So that really indicates to us that something has gone on in this Jeep. Now, we had one in a YJ about a year ago, and we had almost exactly the same issue. Here's a YJ here. This isn't the one we had as an issue, but and it was the same thing. That one had been rolled over, and that one was clearly had been rolled. And they buckle. This one's got these big flares, but they buckle right there on them. So you can usually tell if they've been rolled. Now, that's what they've been rolled completely over. If they've been hit hard in the front, they'll buckle there. If they've been tipped on their side, they usually do different things when they've been tipped on their side. But and who knows the way you can explain that. But anyway, long story short, if you're getting issues with fitting a soft top or a hard top, start looking at the Jeep and seeing if you can see. Because once you figure out where it is bent, if it is bent somewhere, A, you can maybe replace the part. In this case, they've already done that. Somebody has. These guys just bought this thing. But or B, if you figure out where it's kind of bent, you can go, okay, this side is the side that I'm going to need to relieve or add to. So just some food for thought for things. Guys, been doing this for 21 years. I'm not perfect at it, but it is something we throw together when we can, the best we can, and we usually come out pretty damn close. And the fact that we have a yard back here and we can, if we were at a shop right now, not to take away from any of our shops, we love with the business we get from those guys, but the biggest thing is having a shop and the ability to walk out here. And one I'll show you real quick is this TJ. It's one we happen to have for sale right now, but this is a perfect example. We could come out here and go, okay, well, what's this? See how small that gap is there? That's what it should look like, okay? That windshield frame, they happen to both be black. So that one you can see it's got a, fairly good paint on it still. I mean, these old ones weren't perfect, but again, the gaps are real small here, which is how they should be. All the windshield frame hinge bolts are all flush like they should be. They shouldn't be sticking out at all. Even that one on that one's kind of been out a little ways, like it's been off before. It's nice and clean. The actual hinge itself, nice and smooth. That one, it's had some rust in that, and my guess is they just probably found one, maybe locally, and just picked it up and replaced it. Okay, but it should fit on pretty unified. You see that soft top. It's gonna be the same for a hard top. Bugs are coming out. And yeah, so like this Jeep, I mean, it's set up, as it should be. It's basically stock, and I knew the history of it pretty well, so we just put a brand new transmission in this thing and we listed so we don't usually sell our Jeep, so this is a little bit of an ad for this Jeep, wink wink. But no, seriously, the easiest way for us to tell something's jacked up is just to go out and take a look at something else. And sometimes it comes in and you don't even know it. I mean, that Jeep came in, it looked great. So let's see how close they came out now. Did it fix it? Looks like they're closer. That help? Looks like it helped a little bit. Your side's still front. Is your hinge down on that side? What is it?
Well, we cleared his side. That was good. And then mine gets
Oh, you're stuck. Yeah, those little clamps get stuck on there. And you can kind of already see it again. We're running into almost the same kind of thing. So here we're almost spot on, and over here we're lipped way out on it. Sometimes we'll have people call when they're doing this, and the top I have is, these tops are fiberglass. There's not a lot of movement in them. It's not like they bend. They're gonna crack before they bend. So and this is exactly what we were running into earlier. So we're gonna have to keep playing with this, it looks like. But look at this is kind of where it should be, and you can catch it down there. So it's hard to say, you know, it's very likely that this is sitting down on maybe a not flush surface. Now look at something here else I'm noticing here. So we got these screws that should be going all the way across. Look at that dent in that, Jerry, I just seen it. So those screws are missing there. That's a big thing. That cow's been out before. But as I was looking across here, see that big dinger right there? So, I mean, again, very hard to tell, and really just to replace this cowl would be no big deal. That's not gonna solve the issue we're having though. But what I'm thinking is that maybe they jousted something came up, because you can kind of see some metal here. And that's possible that they came up, they hit something, a tree or a branch or something that came up and bent up something. So, you know, it's just kind of like being a detective, figuring out the best possible thing, and then figuring out if indeed we can get this top on it, if it will seal up. Because the last thing we want to do is for a customer is put a top on it leaks like a sieve, or whistles going down the highway, especially coming off a soft top. That's kind of what the whole point of doing this is. And I see what they did here. These aren't the right bolt. These are actually supposed to be button heads. The rest of these are correct. I don't know if that other one, I think the other one's got a button head in it. Well, somebody's been in it. Yeah, that's what they did. Okay. So that's okay there. We're still gapped way the heck out here. You see that? Yeah. I think you'll have to move the other one. All right.
We haven't collapsed them in yet.
I still think you're gonna have to move. Look at that gap there.
Oh, ooh. Ooh.
So the good news is the fix that they did on this side, it worked for that side and got it in, and it got the whole back to bolt, which is what we were going for. A lot of spring on that, isn't it? No. So they'll have to pop it back off and do the same thing. And on this side, try to push forward if they have any more. The problem on this side, did you guys loosen this side to begin with? Did you guys loosen that bolt?
Bolts over here?
No, this side one.
I'll reset one side to see what it
Right.
will do, and then
No. I think that's fine to do. But what I'm wondering is if there's any more movement forward, because it's already forward so much. How much movement did you have on that one?
we maxed it all the way forward.
And that's my fear on this one. It might be maxed all the way forward already.
Oh, you're right.
So what likely will have to happen on this particular Jeep is we're probably going to need to pull the windshield frame and see if it's the frame itself that might be tweaked, or if where it's mounting, it's possible that they didn't clear a gasket here. They put an extra, they got something stuck in here. I've seen pencils come down from the dash, and they just hastily go back together and they cram the thing down, and now it's got, you know, kind of a rise in it somewhere. So that might be the only fix to really get this thing to where it's but it's going to have to be fixed almost regardless what top they ran with it, because a soft top will fit on easier because there's more movement with them. But the problem is they won't stay snug on an area, so you're constantly going to be fighting your top coming loose. So anyway, we'll call the customer and go over it with them, but just some things, kind of an interesting video to do these. Sometimes we don't rarely get to do stuff like this. So all right, 303-666-9020, partsbreakers.com. Thanks, guys.